Welcome, guys, to Learn English Live with me, Anpu. And today we are going to be learning about how to talk about the weather. It's such a British thing to be doing, to talk about the weather. We love talking about the weather. And today isn't going to be just a simple lesson talking about, how to describe if it's hot or cold. I'm really going to be improving your vocabulary and also to kind of engage in conversation with others using weather as a topic. It's a fantastic way to kind of, it's just light-hearted conversation. If you're meeting someone for the first time, you can ask someone about the weather, but you can't just say, is the weather good over there? You can really make it sound more interesting, and we're going to be improving our vocabulary today. So I just wanted to say hello to everybody who has joined. Hello Sharuk, hello Episcora, it's Jakub. Oh, of course. Hi Jakub, good to see you. It's been a while. Hello Ahmed. Thank you everybody for joining this live stream. Right, so it rains a lot in the UK. I think a lot of people don't realise just how much you can't depend on the weather in the UK. There's so many times where you want to go for a barbecue and last minute you're going to have to cancel your plans. Beach trips out to the countryside, again, going to have to cancel that last minute because it rains. So if it's raining, you can describe that in many different ways. So you can say it's pouring, it is drizzling, it is raining. So I want you to practice that pronunciation there, and then we can go into the differences about what those words actually mean. So what is the difference between rain, drizzle, and pouring? So repeat after me. It is drizzling. It is drizzling. Just wanted to say a massive hello to everybody who has just joined. Hi Guy, good to see you. Sweda, David, Ive, Ahmed, Sweda, good to see everybody. So we're just practicing the word drizzling. Drizzling. The difference between rain and drizzle is drizzle is just a little bit of rain. Just a little bit of rain. So the kind of rain where maybe you don't need an umbrella, but your hair will get wet. Just little tiny droplets in the air. Rain is, you can physically feel the raindrops hitting your skin, and so you definitely need an umbrella. Pouring is the kind of rain where you step outside and your hair is just soaked. My hair is soaked, right? So the kind of tropical rainstorm type of weather. And for that, the kind of rain where you're even holding your umbrella, but the rain is just getting everywhere. That's what we call pouring. It's just pouring down with rain. The kind of rain where your shoes get soaked and they go squelch, squelch, squelch. All right, that kind of weather where your socks are just soaked. So we've got rain somewhere in the middle. We've got drizzling, which is a softer type of rain, and then pouring. Now, we've got a flood, right? We've got flooding. Flooding is very common in the UK. I know in the monsoon season, it's very common, flooding. So we call that a flood. There is a flood. There is a flood. Just want to give a massive shout out to Abe. I taught Abe quite a few years ago, so it's really nice to see him today on this live stream. Right, so we've gone through those differences. Now, sometimes you can actually predict floods. So you could say, there's a flood predicted for tonight. There's a flood predicted for tonight. So I want you to repeat after me. There is a flood predicted for tonight. Let me know in the comment section where you guys live in the world and whether it rains a lot, because I know a lot of you guys live in dry countries, but also let me know when the monsoon season is for you guys. Let me know what type of seasons that you guys have. So in Britain we have 4 seasons. We have the autumn season, the winter season, the spring season, and the summer season. Now, and the thing is, the people from the UK tend to forget that there are other countries in the world where you don't have 4 seasons. Sometimes there's just 2 seasons. You just got the wet and the dry season. So now that we've practiced rain, let's now practice how to say sentences with sun. So we could say, it is sunny. It's a simple sentence. It's sunny outside. So I'm changing the it is to it's, and I'm saying, it's sunny outside. Oh, it looks really sunny outside. It looks really sunny outside. Shall we have a picnic? It looks really sunny outside. Shall we go for a picnic? When you're repeating after me, try and also repeat the kind of intonation and the flow of the sentence as well. It looks really sunny outside. Shall we go for a picnic? So Varun asks a good question. He says, is this sentence correct? Weather is sunny, but the forecast is rainy. No, not quite. So I would say the weather. So you can't just start off your sentence with weather. So you would say the weather is sunny outside. But then it's forecast to be raining tomorrow. But it's forecast to be raining tomorrow. The weather is sunny right now, but it's forecast to be raining tomorrow. So that's how I would correct your sentence there. Nelson says it's quite sunny today in Mangalore. Nice. Now you could say it's warm and bright. It's warm and bright in Calcutta today. It's warm and bright in Mumbai today. It's warm and bright in Tokyo today. Hello, Sophia. She says it's pouring in Siberia, Russia too. We all need summer sun. Absolutely. I'm definitely in some need of some summer sun. So we can then move on to describing the skies as clear. Now there's 2 ways of pronouncing clear. We could say clear. It's very clear. So if you're looking outside with your window, you could say it's very clear. Or you could say clear. Clear or clear. Now clear is more upper received pronunciation. Clear. It's clear. So repeat that after me. It's clear. The next one is boiling. It's absolutely boiling outside. It's absolutely boiling. Sweltering. Boiling, right? So boiling I would define as anything over 30 degrees Celsius. But obviously these words are subjective. So for me, anything over like 27, 28 is just boiling, right? Now, boiling point is a scientific term. I don't know if you've learnt this, but there are different boiling points and melting points that you're taught in chemistry. And boiling the word boiling changes depending on the substance. So the boiling point of, I don't know, zinc or aluminium or oil, any types of oil, is different from water. So the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, right? So if you describe something as boiling, it's quite subjective. It changes depending on your personality. Now, above 30 degrees for me is boiling, right? But then if you've grown up in, I don't know, a very hot country such as Egypt, then you're probably used to 30 degrees. If you've grown up in Singapore, then you're used to 30 degrees, right? So maybe 40 degrees is boiling for you. So let me know in the comments, when do things start to get boiling for you? I like that. MSV has commented, it's raining cats and dogs. Yeah, that's a fantastic phrase. It's raining cats and dogs. So if it's raining heavily outside, then you can say it's raining cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. Now, the next word is, so Nelson says scorching heat. Yes, scorching heat. Now the next one is humid. Now, let's just talk about humidity for a second, because I can't deal with humid heat. I really can't. I don't know how you guys do it. Like, so Britain isn't humid. It's not as humid as kind of, Southeast Asia, for example. Humidity. Let's practice saying that word. Humidity. High humidity, low humidity. High humidity, low humidity. Now, if you've ever wondered what the word humidity means, it's the amount of water vapor in the air around you. Water vapor is the gas when water evaporates. So imagine there's lots of water on the ground, right, and then it evaporates into the air. So you've got all this water vapor, all this water in the air, right, that you don't see. But when it touches your skin, it makes you feel very wet. It makes your clothes feel very wet, very muggy. Now, I've never experienced this in the UK, but when I went to Southeast Asia, when I ordered a drink, like a cold drink, the water would just condense on the side and it would just drip. And I remember feeling really kind of uncomfortable. Everything was wet. I was sweating, right? So if you want to describe that kind of a scenario, you could say that country is a very humid country. So I think I'm right in saying that Singapore is a very humid country. A country can be humid. Varun asks a good question. He asks, what's the difference between high temperature and humidity? So high temperature is measured in Celsius, and it's how warm you feel. But humidity is just to do with water vapor, just water content in the air. Yogita says it's very moist out here in the UK. Yeah, but not as moist as other countries. So Arzu says Kerala is very humid. It is indeed. And you can actually take a look at the humidity levels on weather forecasts. So I don't know if you've done this before, but it will tell you the degrees in Celsius or Fahrenheit. Now, there's two main ways of measuring temperature. You could say Celsius, and you could say Fahrenheit. Celsius and Fahrenheit. Celsius, Fahrenheit. Hey, sorry, I'm just online. So thank you, cheers. Right. I guess the last boring word is just hot, describing a country as hot. London is hot right now. Madrid is hot right now. It's hot right now. So if I want to say that really quickly, I would say, it's hot right now. It's hot right now. So I'm not saying the T at the end, I would say, it's just hot right now. It's hot right now. All right, let's swiftly move on. We've talked about rain and we've talked about sun. There's lots of different ways we can talk about the clouds, right? So you could say, it's very overcast. It's very overcast. Overcast just means you can't see any blue sky and it's overcast. We can also describe it as gloomy. Gloomy and grey. It's quite gloomy and grey. Gloomy and grey. Gloomy and grey. But I like that, overcast. If you use that word, suddenly just elevates your sentence, because a lot of people know how to say cloudy, but a lot of people don't use the word overcast. But it's a very good word to use. Let's now move on to a windy setting. So we could say it's breezy. So instead of saying windy, we can say breezy. We could say blustery, heavy winds, kind of blustery. Blustery. And then a situation with very high winds, describe that as a hurricane, right? And hurricane. Now, we're so blessed in the UK not to have hurricanes because that is scary. Now, did you know hurricanes are called three things? You can call hurricanes in three ways. You can say hurricane and hurricane. They're all the same. Hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones. They're all the same. All right. So hurricanes are experienced in the Atlantic. Cyclones, I believe. Let me know if you guys know this in the comment section. Cyclones are, is it Eastern Asia? And then cyclones are experienced in the Indian Ocean, I think. But yeah, there's three types, and they're all the same thing. They're just different names for them: hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones. All right, let's now move on to snow. lots of different ways of describing snow. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced snow. Snow is actually becoming more and more rare in Europe with climate change. In the UK, we used to get a lot of snow, but there's been many winters now where we haven't had much snowfall. So we've got blizzard. There's a blizzard. So I think, Sophia, you live in Siberia. I'm sure you've experienced many blizzards before. Blizzard. Blizzard. Just reading through the comments. You can see some really cool comments. Swetha says, congratulations on your 50k. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Feeling super happy about that. I'm actually going to release a 50k special video for you soon. I'm just in the process of editing it. And yeah. Kania Vasey, sorry if I've not pronounced your name correctly there, asks, humidity and moisture, are they the same? If not, what's the difference? So humidity is actually defined by the moisture content in the air, moisture. So humidity is the noun, moisture is the name for the water. Humidity is the level of water in the air. All right. Now, the final bit I want to talk about. Oh, let's stick on snow. So I've got written down cold, icy, and chilly. These are some adjectives that you could use. Hail is specifically the situation where it's not snow, but hail is like little ice cubes that fall from the sky. Little ice cubes. And that's described as hail. Let's now focus on the last one, which is storms. So you could describe something as a thunderstorm. There's a heavy thunderstorm out right now. I don't think it's a good idea to leave the house. There's a heavy thunderstorm outside right now, and I don't think it's a good idea to leave the house. Let's see if you can say that sentence. There's a heavy thunderstorm out right now. And I don't think it's a good idea to leave the house. Also, I just wanted to give you a few conversational tips before we end this live stream. When you meet someone for the first time, if you're talking about the weather, you could say, are you a hot weather person or a cold weather person? Are you more of a summer person or more of a winter person? I ask that question a lot. It's just a nice bit of small talk, Are you more of a summer person or more of a winter person? Are you more of a winter person or are you more of a summer person? Maybe you could say, I can't believe the weather outside right now. I can't believe the weather outside right now. And finally, you could say something like, I really like this weather, don't you? I really love this weather that we've been having, don't you? I've been really enjoying this weather that we've been having, don't you? All right, so try and add a bit of personality and flair to your questions, right? Don't sound like a robot. It is sunny. Do you enjoy it? Like, don't try and make it flowy. Like, also, you don't have to repeat exactly how I'm saying it. Try and make it your own personality, right? Try and say it how you would normally say it, and that's absolutely fine, right? So you can change a sentence to make it sound more you. And that's my final tip for you guys today. Let's just make sure I haven't missed out any questions. Frolic Claus says, bloody hell, I thought that the class had begun just now. It's almost over. Yeah, class always starts at 12 o'clock midday. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll actually be doing another actor analysing accent, where we will be analysing Aishwarya Rai's accent. I'm really looking forward to that. You guys really enjoyed Priyanka Chopra's accent last time, and I've been doing many kind of actors and singers and analysing their accent in a day-to-day conversation. So it'll be really interesting to analyse Aishwarya Rai's accent. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Just got a question coming in. Mornang says, what does beastly weather mean? Beastly weather means just strong weather in any sense. So if it's extremely rainy or extremely snowy, or one type of weather is like if it's super sunny and it suddenly rains and it suddenly goes back to sunny, that's like beastly weather. It's like constantly changing, or if it's extremely strong, if it's got high intensity of anything, we could call that beastly weather. But to answer your question, beastly weather reminds me of a thunderstorm or a hurricane, high winds. That would be a situation where it's beastly weather. Hope you've enjoyed that lesson where we discussed the weather today. But it wasn't just a boring live stream where we talked about hot, cold. We really broke down the definitions of various words there. We expanded your vocabulary, and it was a repeat after me session where you had a chance to repeat those sentences. And also my final tip was to make it sound authentic and to add your own personality and flair onto those sentences as well. I've really enjoyed that, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that too. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, 12 o'clock London time, 4:30 p.m. India time, and 7 o'clock in the morning on New York time. Wherever you are, have a good day, have a good afternoon, have